Hello everyone and welcome back to Starship Theory, now in Early Access 1.0b. That means that you can, if you are so inclined, go and grab this off Steam, as I know many of you want to do. But in this episode we're going to be starting a new ship, and I have already decided that this ship shall be christened the Albion. However, as for the names of the crew, that has been decided by Chaotically. First, do we want this crew? No. Maybe. Yes. Yes, we're going to have this one. So, Sean, you're going to be renamed to Casey. Next up, Annie shall be renamed to Don Joe McFly. Okay. There we go, McFly. Next up, Randy shall be renamed Nightjar. And finally, Sam will be Hellwig. There we go. So, starting with this, there are a couple of new changes to this version, mainly revolving around increasing the balance of early game resources whilst kind of dialing down the ease of the late game. Additionally, early stars shouldn't show up with the same frequency. Okay, have we got buttons? Yes, we have got buttons to add all of these things in there. Oh, that's fantastic. I approve. We don't need that one. Actually, what we want is this one. Yep, that'll do. I want to know the tasks as well. Let's get everything in there. There we go. Research is going to go down there. Oh, that's fantastic. When I checked out the game prior to recording, I positioned all of these UI elements and it has remembered where they need to go. That is another thing that has been added, and I am super excited about that one. Now, to start things off this time, we're going to try a slightly different approach, I feel, to this particular problem, and that problem being the fact that we keep dying way too quickly. Let's go ahead and remove these, and we're just going to get a couple of things moved around, but for this we're going to need everyone to be engineers. Let's get everyone set up as engineers. Go, get up there. We need to break all of this down, and in fact do that one first. And then we'll be pushing this back so that we can fit in a couple of new components. One of the big things with the way that we lose components up to now is that everything is so bloody close together that there is very little chance that if something does break, that the asteroid isn't going to break apart and hit other things. So by spreading things out, I think we're going to increase the likelihood that we can actually get through this without losing a bunch of our components, which would be very welcome, I must confess. We are going to need heat vents set up fairly soon though. Let's get that done. There we go. You're doing very well, crew. Very well indeed. Let's go for... We're going to want a new solar panel, and that can live over there. We're going to want a new CPU panel. That can live up there. We are also going to want a mining laser around here. And finally, heat vents. I'm going to say we could have maybe a heat vent there, and a heat vent up in the middle there as well. Oh dear, we are already here. Bad times, I tell you. All the bad times. Let's get all of this fixed, please. Let's, I've got no heat venting capability. There we go. We can start mining now. Some gold. Fantabulous. Let's go up there as well. Actually, we're going to pause this because there are a couple of other things I want to do as well. We are going to want to get a compartment where we can safely eat food fairly early on, I would say. That is something that I would very much like to do. Along this, unfortunately, I am going to have to move that along. So, solar panel can go there, I guess, and then we'll remove this one. We'll remove that one once the floors have been done, though, because the moment we try to do that, it's going to break and shut down a load of things that I'd rather be active for a little while. Now, if luck is with us, then we're not going to have any large asteroids in our path, but, you know, we can't bank on that, so let's be cautious, ever cautious. A little bit of metal there, please, thank you. We have got a large-ish asteroid just up there. Let's try our luck, actually. There's a bit of a risk. Is it going to hit anything important? It might do. Especially because I'm still mining it whilst it was behind me. Oh, it was worth it though. Get away. Don't break anything. Ah, damn it. Come back. No. Wow. Poop. Okay, you're a big problem, potentially. No? Okay, thank you very much. Very glad not to have to deal with that. Ship detector on long-range scanners. Oh, very well. Looks like we're getting... Ooh, wow. What an awesome asteroid that was. You're actually still within range. Not anymore, though, but that's a bit of a shame, because that was great. Let's grab all of this. Yes, I will mine you down. There we go. Right, this can be now safely removed. And when we do that, I'm going to want to pop in, let's see, a food dispenser that is rotated such that we can actually access it, and a water cooler that doesn't seem to rotate no matter what we do. Let's just get all of this moved around, please. Let's try and mine into this. Right, we've got some silicon we can sell. No. Water we can sell. No. Unfortunately, I could buy a chunk of food. This would give us a lot more time to worry about things. So yeah, okay, I'll buy your food. Thank you. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm not going to mine that one while it's right in front of you. Ooh, I'll mine what just broke off it, though. Maybe I'll even be able to sell you water from that. Oops, maybe not. Let's make sure that things don't break in here. Let's grab that as well. There we go. Not much metal yet, but that's fine. So we've got food and water set up, or will have reasonably soon if we can get a little bit more metal. Once we actually get that, I'm hoping to pop down a small table right there and a chair. At least then they'll be able to eat around the food dispensing items. Now with that done, there are a couple of places that I'm going to want to move engines to and the like. Also get another mining laser. We are going to need to get ourselves a weapon system reasonably soon, I would say. It does depend a little bit, but for now, I'm thinking we'll probably start moving the hull backwards down in this direction, then maybe split up around here. So maybe 2 little tiny engines at the top or something along those lines. We will see, but for the time being, need to wait for another asteroid field. So see you soon. More metal! Fantabulous! Okay, right, so hopefully this asteroid field doesn't spell the doom for my ship, because that would be particularly ungood. But for the time being, we seem to be doing okay. This one mining laser seems to be doing its job reasonably well. We do need to expand a fair bit, though. Another ship is on its way. Oops, better get rid of you if we can before you become a problem for me. Thank you. Get out of it. There we go. Ship is now on an intercept course. Very well. Let's hope they are going to be friendly. Right, with that done, I think at this point I can safely have McFly working general and just cleaning this place up. Let's go ahead and pop down a small table. That's very, very cheap. And a chair. There we go. There we are. Everything you need. Now, with the rest of this, we are going to have to start expanding out. So probably something around there. I'm thinking of putting the airlock up there, actually. Something around there as well, because we need a little bit more room so that we can build out components. And we'll pop that airlock there. It'll take a little while to get to that, though. Right, let's make sure this... Ooh, star detected ahead. That's not good news. Not good news at all. Right, what are you selling? I can buy, what, 16 metal. Oh, no, I can't, because I'm just shy. Can I sell anything? I have not got enough there. That is a shame. Let's hope that you're able to hang around long enough that I can sell things to you. Let's try and gather that. We need a little bit of gold is what we need right now. Okay, things are going to get hot very quickly. Let's keep an eye on that heat. There we go. We're actually draining heat faster than the star was able to apply it, which is very, very welcome. Need this to be gone really badly. Please don't overheat. Oh, bit of water, bit of metal. Okay, that's good enough for me. Please put that out. Right, okay, let's move that. Now, we do not have enough yet. It's going to be a little while before we get there. But one thing I do need is a new solar panel. And I'm probably going to pump this one down. Let's pop it there. CPU-wise, we're good. We're pretty okay. Once we've got the solar panel up and running, we can turn on the food dispenser at all times, which would probably make my crew feel a little bit more secure in their current predicament. They're leaving. That's unfortunate because I did want to do some trading, but no. Afraid we can't then. This is dangerous to do, but worth it, it appears. We have been rewarded for our bravery, except now our systems are overheating, which is not very much of a reward. Are we going to get anything out of that? No, not particularly. But that's fine. At least this can now be turned back on. Okay, so with that, we could possibly look at building a new mining laser. We've got enough to build it. It's only going to take 7 power. Yeah, we can. Let's get that thing going. But at this point, we are going to need another heat vent, and that is going to be a lot more than we've currently got materials to build, unfortunately. But we'll have the ability to mine out a pretty chunky bit of asteroids. And right now, they're living in the lap of luxury compared to my other runs. They've got a seat and everything, all of the mod cons. I would like to move our engine around, though. How much are the engines? The small engine is 15 and... Oh, wow, only 15 and 8. That's actually pretty good. You know what, though? We are going to pop a little bit more out on each side. There we go. I know, it's going to look stupid, but I'm going to have engines over there. And maybe even mining lasers or something else along those lines as well. But this one mining laser is now going to be able to do its job significantly faster, because I'm not going to have to worry about any kind of overheat. Now, normally this is a pretty bad move, having your hull kind of extended out to the side. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's remove those edge bits, because if we build the engines there, should actually make a nice look anyway. So, for now, I'm just waiting on the next asteroid field, so I will bring you back when we find it. Okay, asteroid field dead ahead. Hopefully we won't be dead going through it. That was possibly a poor choice of phrase. Nevertheless, we have found an asteroid field and we are beginning mining operations. Hopefully for a lot of metal so we can finish off the mining laser. Once that's done, we should be in a pretty good position. I mean, with 3 heat vents, we are not struggling at all for venting the heat from our mining efforts. But if you break on top of my ship or break something in my ship, please don't. Oh, thank goodness. Please don't also you. Don't you? No, because that would be my mining laser that would break, which would be pretty much game over. Let's get you. And what else we got? We've got 1 small rock dead ahead. Let's see what we can do there. I still need 10 metal is all I need. Another gigantic rock again. There's just nothing we can do against that. We cannot break that with 1 mining laser. If we had a regular weapon, we could. 1 mining laser can break these, but it takes quite some time. We have to basically start mining it straight away. Tiny little bit of metal there. Oh dear, what did we lose? What did we lose? It was probably something good, wasn't it? It was probably something important. You can't hit anything super important anymore. Actually, you could hit my cargo hold, which is in and of itself quite terrifying because we only got a small one of those. Right, let's see. We've got loads of silicon. Hopefully we get a ship that actually wants to trade. Right, what do you want to do? No worth to me whatsoever, unfortunately. Let's see what we can do up here. Thank goodness for not needing to pay for repairs. That's all I have to say. My lord, this would be so much harder if we actually had to pay metal to repair something that was made of metal, etc, etc, etc. No! Oh, we're going to have a long wait until the next asteroid. Ah, poop. Alternatively, and it does pay me to do this, but we need that mining laser. Go ahead and break that down. There we go. Go out and finish off the mining. I'm sorry I took your chair away. I know I'm the scallywag, but it's for your own good. Trust me on this. Requires 10 CP. Ah, oh, damn it. Blast that heat vent. Also star detected ahead. Oh, you know what? You don't eat that too often, so let's turn that one on. There we go. We'll just have... I'll turn that on when people start complaining about a lack of food. That should be easy enough to manage. Okay, so we're going to be passing through the heart of a star. Well, not technically through its heart, because that would involve far more heat sinks. But so far, so good. I love the way that it passes behind the planets, but it also does make me worried. But there we are. We've never really pulled up our heat there, so that's not so bad. There we are. They're just constantly venting heat there. Okay, here we are mining an asteroid field with 2 lasers, which is fantastic. As you can see, I've already laid down some plans for the expansion of our ship. We're going to be moving the engine sections to the sides. We are going to need both engine sections, though, because our ship is growing sufficiently large as to be incapable of jumping due to mass and the lack of thrust that we have at the moment. Not that we really jump via traditional thrust, I would imagine, but well, the game's rules are the game's rules. We've increased our storage capacity a little bit because we were getting a little bit on the low side, honestly. It was starting to become a bit of a concern. Oh, man, I'm not getting enough time to power down my lasers currently. Oh, really? Come on, don't waste any of this. Oh, my lord. And that is way too close now for me to do anything about it. If it was going to break us, it was going to break us. Thankfully, the gods have been kind. Right, we need a little bit more metal to be able to build both of those engines. But honestly, once one of them is built, I can just reclaim the second one and it should be fine. That's fine. You could be a threat. Please be broken. A little bit too close now to try and mine you, so please don't smash my solar panel. Oh, thank goodness. Right, okay, so 3 vents, not quite enough. Not quite enough. Maybe 4 would be enough to handle having 2 mining lasers running at full bore, but 3 definitely isn't enough. We've got a ship on external scans, that's fine. Let's go ahead and remove this, and we'll start filling up our cargo with a little bit more gear. There we go. Please let this be a trader. Ship is now on an intercept course. If we need to, we can shut down the mining lasers to power this up, but we have not got nearly enough power to run it otherwise. That's right. Get inside. Ship is exiting warp. They're powering up their weapons. Really? You scallywags. Okay, well, that is fantastically good timing then, because we are no longer here. Goodbye. Ha 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 ha. Right, we can shut this off now and go back to having both of these powered on. Oh, that's the first time I've really warped, given that situation, out of a battle. At least I think it is. So we've warped out of a sun before. Have we warped out of a battle? I don't think we have. But clearly it is now the time that we need to start thinking about weapon systems. Which, you know, it's probably worth thinking about. Right, we want a CPU panel. We are going to need one. We are also probably going to need another solar panel. So let's get you built somewhere around there, shall we? There we go. That's only going to take us 10 metal and 4 silicon, which is fantastic. Because we are going to need a little bit more. We're going to have weapon systems on these prongs there. Should be cool. That is exactly the amount of metal we have. So, with these now there... Oh, can't access food. Sorry about that. Let me turn that back on for you. There you go. And we should also be able to power that up. So now, we do actually have a decent evasion. It might be pulled back down to 0 in a moment, but that should hopefully not happen. We'll see. If one of these does take us over the limit, I will simply remove them. They're not that important to me. Yeah, sorry about you not having a seat yet. That kind of does suck. I do blame myself for that. But once we can, we're going to be popping down 2 laser turrets, and we'll remove these mining turrets from there. There we go. Do need an asteroid field fairly soon. We're handling heat pretty well, so nothing we need to worry about there. And honestly, I'm actually kind of liking the shape of the ship so far. This is definitely a good looking vessel, in my opinion. Yeah, we're gonna have to pop that one there and then remove this one, I'm afraid. Let's get that one out of the way. We need them moved around. Asteroid field detected ahead. Fantastic. Let's get that in place. And small engine back on, as well as the food dispenser. There we go. If nothing else, I want to get a chair for my people, because I gave you a chair earlier and then I took it away because I'm a scallywag. There we go. You need to be able to eat comfortably, in my opinion. But with that, we're going to be able to expand southwards now and then actually build out some part of the ship down here with Science Bay. Is going to be a fairly high priority. Though, with the amount of food that we've got and the fact that we've only got 4 people... 2 of whom have got level 2 endurance, so they're not going to be eating that frequently. Yeah, we don't have to make it a strict priority. We can go for the weapons first if we want to, and given how long it's going to take us to charge up our jump drives again, that may well be worth us doing, in my opinion. A little bit concerned about that, actually. And by a little bit, I mean actually I'm really concerned, because those jump drives are taking their sweet time to recharge. That may result in our death. Right, can we reach you yet? Not quite. A little bit worried. A little bit worried about these giant space rocks that want to do terrible things to our ship. Our beautiful, lovely, pristine ship, which is actually starting to look nice. Damn it. Please don't break anything. Oh, that little hiccup in FPS there. Quite often happens when the game is quickly calculating where new asteroids are going to be speeding off to. I really thought it would hit that massive cluster of extremely low HP items there. I was the sad. To be perfectly honest, I didn't think that we had much hope of that not happening, but as it shows, you probably shouldn't be too negative about things. There's always a chance that things won't go horribly wrong. Just horribly wrong. There we go. Let's mine through you. Star detected up ahead. It's not strictly a problem in and of itself. I've got a little bit more metal coming in all the time. Hopefully we can break through this now, because I was faffing around trying to gather metal. There we go. Not too bad. Honestly, I'm liking the design of this ship. It's actually quite effective. But at this point, I do need to be a little bit more cautious with my mining efforts. Can we break this in time? Yes, we can. Okay, so we're getting way too hot now. Though, that being said, I'm actually really impressed with how well we're doing mining whilst there's a star there. That's actually pretty impressive, in my opinion. There we go. Ship detected on long-range scanners. We are nowhere near ready to leave. Nowhere near ready to leave, and we do not have enough for a weapon system. Well, drat, damn, and blast. If I remove one of my lasers, I'll have enough. Or if I remove the table and the chair. I'm such a scallywag. I'm so sorry, guys. I keep giving it to you and then taking it away. Such a jerk. Such a massive jerk. I don't mean to be. It just works out that way. Damn it. At least having one laser is better than having no lasers, because if they are a threat, then we can possibly dissuade them. There we go. Are you powering up weapons? No, you are not. Fantastic. I approve. I could sell 12 water. We're getting ice asteroids fairly frequently, so yeah, sure, we're gonna sell the 12 water. That's fine. Okay, sorry. I really am sorry. I want you to have a table and chairs. It's just that fate doesn't want you to. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and start plotting out the new shape of the ship down here. So we'd have a door there leading into these compartments. We could easily fit some sciencey stuff. Yeah, and then a planter box over on this side. That should work. Yeah, okay, I'm good with that. We could also possibly have some more engines, and we are probably going to need those extra engines, actually. 2 more small engines there, and there will give us enough to make a jump when we need to. So that seems reasonable. We can start moving around some of our systems where we can. I want to start upgrading to the medium solar as soon as possible, because they just take so much more of a beating. The CPU panel has had its health units increased, which is fantastic, but we really need to get to the CPU array. Likewise, we need to get to the small reactor as soon as we possibly can, for the same reason, because they're just so much more robust, and we wouldn't be in quite as bad a position if one of them took a hit from, oh, I don't know, say an asteroid? Yeah, probably an asteroid. Okay then, this is probably going to be the last asteroid field of this episode, if we even make it through the asteroid field without all dying horribly in a massive fire, or, you know, just being vented into space. That's always an option, though it rarely comes up. It is quite possible to die from asphyxiation. Usually it's something that we do to other people rather than something that happens to us, but it is possible. Right, we need a lot of metal to finish up the work we've laid down in terms of just expanding the hull, but it's going to be very much worth our while to do so. Now, I've prioritized the first strip of hull expansion because it doesn't make too much sense to do it all just, you know, in whatever particular order they come to it. We definitely want to get it done in a very specific order, so mind that. Okay. See, I could sell you the gold for a lot of credits, but then I wouldn't be able to build another laser for a while. Does operate the research console require gold? Yes, it does. So does the navigation console. I'm afraid not. Not unless we discover an enormous gold asteroid and we're able to mine it before you leave. In which case, that gold trade may be on. Because I don't actually need a lot of gold. I think I need something like 12. Which is really not that much when you think about it. Oops, no. Not enough time to... Oh dear. Please don't break anything important to me. Ouch. This is mine. That's going straight down a lot of expensive things. As is that, actually. Most of these things are going down a line of really expensive things. Please don't break my ship. That's all I ask. Right, you are definitely going to break my ship if you're given a chance. I can tell it. Your beady little asteroid eyes. Damn you. Let's mine this one as well. Okay, systems overheating. We got through that without too much trouble. Wow, we were lucky, in my opinion. I think we did quite well. And, of course, we get some gold right at the end. That amuses me greatly, actually. I am deeply amused. Well, right. Okay, so given all of this, I guess it's time to start laying down the flooring. So we'll get a little bit of flooring there. I definitely want you to prioritize this. Please and thank you. Soon we will get you a new chair and table. I promise it's going to happen eventually. One day we will get you a new table and chair, but it's just not today. And then after those, I would like these done next. God, there's so many things that I need to repair. Oh my lord. Perhaps those should go to the top. Honestly, could you make those repairs now before you build new stuff? Super important to me. But with that, I think we've made a good little start with our ship as is. We're going to be expanding out in this direction, putting down a bit of shape to it, and eventually getting our first science and navigation consoles installed in these locations. It shouldn't take us too long to get to that, I would hope. But that is going to be it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode and will be joining me in the next. As ever, do let me know if you would like your name used for any crew members that we may pick up in the next episode, and obviously if you have any advice or any suggestions on the way we should build a ship, the comments are down below and I trust that you know how to use them. But that is going to be it from me, so thank you very much for joining me, but until next time, take care everyone.